everybody. We're back here. I'm Gallactibles. This is
Deadeye.
And we are here reviewing Sideshow's Deadpool heatseeker.
Deadpool. They call me Deadpool, I'm hella fast. Came to murk the bad guys and get some ass. Got blades for days, got guns galore. Got combo moves, evades and more. With bear traps and hand grenades. Pull the pistol like a maniac right in your face. Popping up.
What's going on, everybody? We are reviewing the new, not the new, this is actually pretty old. Not that old, a couple of years. Sorry. Sideshow Deadpool heatseeker statue. And just want to display the box real quick, show you guys. We have the front, and I think this is probably one of the most vibrant boxes I've ever seen out of any Sideshow. Usually I don't give a shit about the box, but this one is actually a pretty cool box. Got Deadpool. You got the animation of the missile on the side, and you have him cutting up a grenade. I think it's pretty tight. What do you think?
I think it's great. I mean,
it doesn't matter what you think. You guys think the statue was in there? Hold on.
Paris Hilton can copyright That's Hot. Anything else can be copyrighted. That T-shirt is copyrighted.
So I can still wear it.
Yeah, fair point.
Good point. All right. So I'm gonna get into the assembly.
What's the matter? You can't find the hole?
Hang on for a minute while I'm dropping a deuce. About to take you all to school with guns and knives. Deadpool. Telling jokes and breaking the rules. I came go.
Alright, we're gonna have to start the review now. Alright, everybody, we got them finally assembled. It was actually kind of a little bit of a bitch on the leg portion. And so, we have the heatseeker Deadpool here, and this is an edition size 2500. This is the collector's edition. And I got this through trade through my friend last night, and I tell you the truth, I fucking hated the statue from seeing pictures. I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but I didn't feel it. I mean, it definitely screams Deadpool, but I really wanted the OG Deadpool, specifically the X-Force one, which I actually did buy the day before I got this one. So now we have the X-Force Deadpool coming as well, and to go accompany this one, the red Deadpool. And upon opening it and actually looking at the piece, I'm actually fairly impressed. I did not think I would be this impressed, to be honest. The dynamic posing is really well done, and the engineering with the missile, where they use the flame going into his back, it's actually really well engineered. And I do gotta say, I absolutely love the base. But let's get into the dimensions real quick. So the highest point here has to be his sword. Yeah, 25.5 inches high. Widest point, which about 21 to 22 inches wide. And his deepest point, which I'm assuming would be
The,
right here.
yeah.
It's about 14 inches deep. I mean, that's a pretty big ass statue, I'm not gonna lie. This came out a few years ago, and like I said, I wasn't a fan of it, so I didn't pick it up. I had an opportunity, I got it for a screaming deal. So shout out to my boy Danny, thank you, man. He parted this, we did a good old trade swap for some statues, and we got a bunch of things from him, a bunch of things. So let's get into the piece itself, let's get into the base. It has a nice black trim going around, and I do love the explosion effect. It is some clear resin, and also has flames, shards of flames coming out with rocks and concrete, and it really looks like an explosion, and Deadpool's just playing in it, doing what he does best, the murk with the mouth, pretty much destroying everything and smiling about it. I do like the concrete, the paint on it is pretty well done, it's well textured, and it's got differentiations in the paint, which is always good. And like I said, I love how he's coming out of the explosion, and you can see that his physique is really exceptional. I think this is probably one of the best Deadpool statues I've seen, honestly. And just because it screams the character Deadpool, I mean, there was a selfie stick that came with this, where you would put the selfie stick here, or it was here where he's taking a selfie, but Danny lost it in the trade. So
Danny boy, what the fuck, man?
So He's looking for it, but hey, I got this from Scream Deal, so I don't have that. But that's all right. So we have your traditional red Deadpool outfit. The paint, you know, it's got a lot of shattering. There's texture where the texture needs to be, under his arms, on his shoulder. The boots, you know, they have this leather work on top, sculpted leather, and they have a good old Bowie knife, or Bowie knife, should I say. And there's actually like speckles of mud and all that being painted on there. And I love pretty much the design of his belt as well. He's got all the ammo pouches, clip pouches. He has, I'm assuming, what is it? It's supposed to be a Desert Eagle on the side here, which I'm putting up pictures as I always do on the screen. And yeah, man, he's just literally in charge right now and just having the time of his life. I do really love the grenade effect. I think that was awesome. Him slicing a grenade in half and having the explosion effect coming from the grenade, I thought that's pretty spectacular in engineering. And the explosion looks really well. It's painted well. The blade looks metal. I do not know if it's metal, but it's chromed out. It looks like real metal. The head sculpt is absolutely on point. I love the head sculpt. I think it's like one of the most perfect Deadpool head sculpts. Like, what else could you ask for a Deadpool? He's holding his gun on his left hand, and he's got the flame effect, the flash coming out of the gun as he's shooting it, and I think that was really, really well done. And let's not forget about the missile. Now, I didn't think they would need it, but it really adds a lot to the piece. Like, this really tells a story. This is probably one of those pieces that actually tells a really, really well done story, and I have no idea why I didn't like this piece from the beginning. So you have this missile flame effect coming from the back of the missile, and it's shooting out all the exhaust, and it actually keys into his back, and then there's another key on the flame that keys into the missile. And I thought that was really, really well engineered, and the way it's done, it's seamless. There's really no seams here. The neck seam on the head sculpt, there is none, because it goes right into his neck belt, and the rest is a pure cast. There's no real seams on his hands or nothing. I really, really absolutely love this. The concept, I give it a 10 out of 10. I think this was just really, really well thought out. The paint, I give it a solid 8 out of 10. And I think the sculpture-wise is a 10 out of 10. This is actually a home run, and I'm kind of disappointed it took me this long to realize it. Not gonna lie. I'm really impressed. What do you think about the piece?
Looks like he's trying out for Dancing with the Stars.
And that so fits Deadpool so perfect.
No, it does. Normally this is the point of the video where I kind of shit on it, but there's really certain sculpts that are just really hard to touch, and Deadpool is a character that's extremely hard to touch because, absolutely. I mean, you have all the stuff we've done so far. Deadpool is kind of a character that kind of invites it, so it kind of defeats the purpose to really make a comment on it. Right, and from my thing, I think you hit the nail right on the head. This is a very eccentric piece, and Deadpool's an eccentric character. It fits him perfectly. The only concern that I have is actually something you had with the M. Bison statue when we did that, was the leaning, right, over the years. I mean, this piece is about a year or two old, and maybe a little bit more, and I haven't heard of any leaning. And actually, you bring up a good point. It is just a key, a metal peg that keys into the base. Right. Possibly there could be leaning issues. I don't foresee it because it seems to have actually a good center balance. He may seem like he's more this way, but he's got counterbalance as well. How heavy is Deadpool? Because if you look at the base, it's heavier on this side than it is here. Okay, well, how heavy is Deadpool himself compared to the stand? I would say they're roughly this. But a little lighter. No, I'd say a little lighter. Deadpool's a little lighter? A little lighter, yeah. Okay. It has to be that way, because if Deadpool was heavier, you just... Right. So you have to have that perfect balance, and yeah, man, I'm really impressed. And I actually want this piece for my own collection, because you know I'm a huge Deadpool fan, so. Well, just wait, we have another Deadpool coming. We have the X-Force where he's all gray suit. Nice. So, and that one's the OG one I was talking about that I really, really want, and I got it for a good deal. So this is actually going to be displayed very proudly. Proudly above my D-tops, and I think this is going to be literally a piece that everybody's going to get drawn to. Absolutely. What do you think? What do you rate it?
Like I said, I give it a solid. Literally, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. I think this is a home run.
9 out of 10. I think is a good thing. What stops it from being a 10 out of 10 is just structural integrity as it ages. That's the only. But see, that's where the score could go up, because if this is something that could stay like this for 10 years or even more than that without having any structural issues, then it'll go from a 10 out of 10. But that unknown factor is preventing it from me from being a 10 out of 10.
I think it'll hold. I think it will hold because the whole leaning issues happened a lot back in the day. Engineers have learned a lot from it, statue engineering.
I should certainly hope so by now.
So that's why I'm not as concerned as I am initially about my bison statue. I put myself in a thought process where, they would have thought about the leaning issue. I mean, they did have a pretty nice size metal peg, so I'm being optimistic. I'm happy. I got it for a screaming deal, so hey, whatever. It's all good. So that's my review for this Deadpool Heatseeker statue, quarter scale from Sideshow. This is a banger of a piece, and I think this will display greatly next to the X-Force that I got coming. And check out that review, so hit that subscribe and like button, and we got plenty of other statues coming your way, because this statue came with a lot of things that I bought. We literally traded for 3 or 4 statues. I even have a Gundam that I don't even know, like he threw it in there for free, so thank you, Danny Boy. And we're gonna be reviewing the Gundam as well. Like I said, we do a bunch of between 1/6 to 3rd scale, half scale. We'll do everything and anything in between. So, that being said, I'm Gallactible. This was my Heatseeker Sideshow Deadpool statue review, quarter scale. This is my co-host,
Deadeye.
and I just want to say, go collect your own collection and have fun doing it, guys. And definitely, if you get a chance to pick this bad boy up, do it. Because Deadeye, even wants it, Deadeye doesn't like anything.
I like some things. All right, we good?
We're good. We're gonna do a close-up. We're gonna take pictures, then we're gonna do a spinning wheel video, which I always forget to take.
All right, well, time to make the chimichangas.
Popping off caps, leave a trail of guts. Sitting on my chair, scratching my nuts. I can't die, I'm invincible. But if you'd like to try, then I'll crush your skull. Crass and rude, borderline obscene. But I'm the funniest motherfucker that you ever did see. And Wolverine is getting bitch slapped. Wake up, will be no time for a nap. We got a rescue road, ride a roller coaster. Grab our gear and head to Genosha. Deadpool. 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 On a mission to slap a hoe, but I'm getting kinda dizzy fighting vertigo. So slow to roll, you're kinda cute, but if you keep this game up, then I'm gonna puke. Hanging with the ladies that are wearing the skivvies, motorboating and playing with titties. Jump across the map in a big ass boot, decapitate my enemies, pick up my loot. Don't stop when I shoot, full auto is on. Your ass is grass and I'm on the lawn. Hot lead to the head and I won't stop. Domino and sidelock, making it hot. But all these bitches are prima donnas. I stuff my face with chimichangas. Tacos and beers, I was keeping it loose. Hang on for a minute while I'm dropping a deuce. About to take you all to school with guns and knives. Deadpool.